fresh off the press. There you go. There you go. Nah, that's official. So,
Big fan for you, but the Brooklyn wait, start over.
I'll edit it. I'll edit it.
Big fan for you with the Brooklyn Nets vlog.
Right, shout out to Big. The top podcast. Let us know. We get the nicknames that work on the podcast. You let them know.
Go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Make you watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that, or Millie rock like a fan do. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
When you establish a culture, that's what you do every day. That creates one thing, that it's your identity. Alright, that's how you are seen by other people. If you work really hard to get one.
Yeah, we back. Part 2. I already seen I threw the link in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, you said that's the old link? My bad. What up, Ice? We gonna start with Ice too, you know. We gonna go to Ice on X. I seen he did the poll asking Nets fans their opinion about the draft picks. We could start with that, you know. See what's going on. I'll actually wait for Ice to join the panel. Oh shit, there you go.
There you go.
Where I put the old link in the chat. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna start with your content on X. I have picked Fizz. I picked Fizz. You know, this is the poll right here. He said, "Who should the Nets pick up at 8?" I got Fizz. I know you picked Fizz too. I think Jay got Fizz too. All three of us got Fizz.
Nah, I probably got Malawak, but I'm good with all three.
Okay, but why Malawak over Fizz though?
I told you, man. 7'6" wingspan. He's 7'2". He's fast, and I seen him shooting at the combine. He got me sold.
Okay.
And I told you I was watching him since South Sudan last year, and I was like, yo, the center on that team and the point guard on that team, I thought both of them was nice. And I didn't know his name, who the center was, but that's who the center was. And the point guard was that dude. I forgot his name, but he nice.
Yeah, he was in the league. Well, he ended up being out.
Yeah, he an older dude too, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but he's nice though.
Like 29, 30 something.
Yeah, but he was nice. But I don't know. He's too old to be on the team right now. But Malawak, nice young prospect, and he ain't gonna do nothing but get better.
Hold on.
But I like Fizz too, though. I'm not trying to take nothing away from Fizz.
Listen, I am. Let me stop being a nice guy or whatever. I have to enjoy this while I can. What? It looks like there's trouble at the Garden. The snake has entered. Oh, OG Anunoby and Jalen Brunson shouting at Carl Anthony Town for his zesty defense. Look at OG like, fuck out of here. Let me do a voiceover. Let me do a voiceover. Okay, so, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. 122, let me see what's happening. OG barking on him.
Yeah, he is. Jalen Brunson had to stop it.
You playing bad defense, man. Shut the fuck up.
Jalen Brunson broke it up.
Word. Yeah, you know you playing bad defense. Your shit terrible. Word. Yo, why you ain't playing defense?
What are you doing?
What? Yo, I said, why you ain't playing defense? Mitch Rob, yo, we gotta stick together.
Y'all
OG
niggas
like, man, you
tripping, man.
trash, man. You trash. You getting that big ass bag. You ain't doing shit, man. You ain't playing no defense. Yo, man, I fight, nigga. I can fight. Oh, word, you can fight? Oh, no. What? Yo, sit your ass down. Sit your fine ass down before I make change. I don't know what they're saying. Look at Mikal Bridges. Like, come on, guys.
Can't we all just get along?
That's crazy.
Damn. But they should be mad at each other after that.
Bro, that shit was horrible.
At each other. That shit was crazy, bro.
And it was just funnier because we was on stream with a Knicks fan while it was happening. Yo, Ice Live be mad funny, bro.
The night was hilarious though.
Yo, tell me about it. Tell us about shout your TikTok out and let us know about it. I want to know what's going on.
Yo, y'all know. Follow me on TikTok. It's blowing up right now. The Brooklyn Nets podcast, the tip off of Brooklyn Nets podcast on TikTok. You heard? No, I be having like a lot of fans pull up, right? So I start the live off with Brooklyn Nets content, of course. You know, trying to figure out what other teams want in the draft and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I always come with topics to talk about, whether it's trades or something I heard. You know what I mean? So I have other fans pull up, and you gotta be like not really a content creator, but you gotta be like a real team fan of the team, so you know exactly what's going on with your team. You know what I mean? If you know what's going on with your team, I'll let you up on the panel and let you talk about, you know what I'm saying, like the draft, if you know players or anything like that. So after that, then we start talking about the playoffs, and I'll let you pull up too. So today it was me and Jay pulled up, and I had a lot of OKC fans on there. One Minnesota Wolf fan, a Celtics fan, and it was 3 OKC fans on there. So I'd be letting, you know what I mean? We just chop it up, and they had this one dude that said he was from Oklahoma, you know what I mean? But he couldn't dust up. Yeah, he couldn't. Yo, the OKC fans was going on him, and he couldn't tell nothing about the team, bro. Like he couldn't explain like none of the shit they was asking who was on the team at this time, who was our center at this time. He like, bro, I ain't trying to answer no more questions, bro.
They was cooking him. They were grilling him. It was a hard time for him. He was trying to do anything to get the spotlight off of him, but he was getting cooked by his own fan base. And It was hilarious to me that he said that he was the only one that was actually from OKC, and he knew the least about the team. Right. He was just there for the ride. He didn't even know the name of the coach.
And that too.
Getting cooked.
That too. And I had it. And the chat had me boot one of the Knicks fans off the panel.
Right. Because he kept having horrible takes. Niggas got him up out of there.
Yo, yeah,
that shit was funny.
It'd be live. You know what I'm saying? That should be live.
They did not.
So hold on. So let me ask y'all, because we kind of recapping with y'all live on TikTok together. What happened when the Pacer fan? Remember that girl, that Pacer fan? What, she came back?
Yeah, nah, she be pulling up every once in a while. She's like, yo, your live always shows up like all the time. Like I see you live every time. You know what I mean? So I let her pull up on the panel. She talk a little shit or whatever, and then she be out. You know what I mean? She don't stay too long, but I have a few girls that I think it's like 3 so far. Three girls that pull up on a panel sometime and chat it up.
Okay. But she was a Pacer fan. I remember she had said, yo, I'm leaving. I'm about to go watch the Pacer game. I remember that.
Yeah, in fact, she had her fan, her son say F the Knicks on live. Though.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Adar SL, a moderator on this page. He just became a YouTube member. Yo, thank you. Yo, Adar SL be showing big love, man. Yo, hold on. I gotta show big thanks to Adar SL, man. He always showing big love, always, gives his take, whether he agree or disagree, he never disrespectful. And he make my page better because of it. And again, y'all fans, I appreciate y'all too. I know there was this space where last stream where y'all spoke on what y'all like about us and whatnot. But let me just say, what I like about y'all. You know what I'm saying? I like 8RSL for the consistent support. Definitely the super chats. Definitely gonna start acknowledging that more because him and Leaf give a large part of the super chats. And I just want to acknowledge that to say thank you. It is acknowledged and it is, and I am grateful. So shout out to 8RSL. Brooklyn. I like Brooklyn LM because he stand on his square and he ain't soft. You know what I'm saying? You could try to put him under the diamond tester and he gonna push back if and he'll also agree if what your take is valid, but he'll also disagree if he does. So you're not gonna get, you know what I mean, no, you know what I'm saying, no in between. He's not a flip flopper. He's going to be authentic. So I appreciate Brooklyn Ellen for that. This is JTV. Outside of him being my man, pots and pans, he's funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? He's got to be one of the funniest content creators that I know. Definitely brings comic relief to the panel, and his takes is dope. I don't always agree with Jay. He knows that, but for the most part, he does speak. He talk basketball, and surprisingly, more than I thought. And that's not a pun towards him, but me and Jay more so play football. I mean, not play football, but watch football. We used to play Madden, be in Madden tournaments and shit like that. Like, yeah, we watch basketball too, but it was never heavy like this. And my whole ascension with this podcaster, he been there every step of the way helping me. So I gotta say big thanks to my guy Jay for that. And Ice is dope. You know what I'm saying? Ice, he do the work. You know what I'm saying? He heavy with the draft, and he's consistent. I seen it was slow for him on YouTube. He tried his hand in TikTok, and it was popping for him. But he was always consistent on X. I became a fan. Eskimo's content, watching him on X, just being consistent, or the content he's pushing there. And he was one of the first ones I seen on X, always reposting my content. And I was just like, yo, wow, yo, I appreciate that. So he's, definitely, I appreciate him helping me grow the podcast as well. So, in the chat, shout out to the chat, you know what I mean? Shout out to all of y'all and all the support that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all stay consistent in the chat. So I appreciate y'all too. But yeah, thank you guys for joining the panel. Okay. And Leaf said, so let me say to Leaf too. I appreciate Leaf for being who he is and being authentic. I don't know. I just, because of YouTube, I want him to kind of like shy away from the cursing, but just the content. He's dope. You know what I'm saying? I had asked Leaf to, kind of like stop cutting people off and shit like that, and he respected that, and he did stop. Which again, my thing with the panel on the podcast is to, like, teammates. We all gotta work together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody could individually call ISO and do their own content like that. But if everybody's on a panel, I just wanted us, to have that space where we all talk. So yeah, I see not only Leaf is a good content creator, but he became, in my opinion, a better team player as well, being like working well with others type shit. And yeah, I appreciate Leaf too. Appreciate Leaf not only for that, also for the super chats. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the biggest supporters when it comes down to super chats, even though, it's promoting his page. But if then somebody gonna come to your page and promote their page, that's a great way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I say, he had 297 subscribers. It'd be great if you guys, you know what I mean, go over there and subscribe to his page. But yeah, man. So I just wanted to say big thanks to you guys.
No, I appreciate it, man. I mean, definitely, man. Just like I said, man, this is just for the last couple of years. It's been home, and I felt like you, Jay, everybody that was here from day one, bro. Like, yeah, like it was
Shit, we went
just
to
we all.
practice in the park, man, and to the game, man.
Yeah. I did remember that. Yeah, we did do the practice in the park. Yeah, we did. We did all of that. So, I'm
I
definitely.
just saw your videos from that the other day. The shorts you posted.
Oh yeah. That
Them
was
shits
one of
got
my.
some views too.
Yeah, that was one of my best shorts. When we was in the park, that day. Yeah, that was one of the best shorts that I had. Shout out to y'all. I'm definitely looking to take Nets on the road, man, because I am for sure before the 11th. of June. I'm selling my car, and the move is official. I'm making my way to Texas, so it's gonna be
Oh shit.
Nets on the road. For real, for real. So I might not be. I'm definitely not gonna be able to make that event, but I'm trying to get these two PYTs lined up, man, for you, man. So you be
Heard
right
that.
at work. Yeah.
You
So
in you
but
in
definitely,
Houston, right?
no, no,
Nice.
no, not in Houston. I'm in Snyder. That's like 2 hours away from Texas Tech University.
All
Wow.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be out towards like closest towards New Mexico border, bro. But I'm gonna be at that end part of Texas, for sure. But I definitely appreciate y'all. But my only thing
Word.
going forward is stop goddamn fibbing, bro. Like I don't need no more fibbing no more. I don't need people lying to me no more about what's gonna happen, bro. Like I need it to end. I needed to end,
Yeah,
and I needed to end real
We
soon.
can't predict what's gonna happen. We could, say what we think is gonna happen, but
But
we can't.
I think we can make more educated guesses, bro. Like than when the ones that we've been making, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie to you.
Give me one of give me one of the fibs that you don't want to hear no more.
the fib that I don't want to hear no more is Kamal Malawak is gonna be something on the Nets. It's not.
You don't like come on, man.
I not.
All right,
It's I
give
don't
me
like
why you
Kamal
don't like him.
Malawak for us, bro. Like I what like here's the thing. When I say I don't like my Kamal Malawak, I don't like him for us. I think that the trajectory of our team, bro, like we need somebody that's going to be a definite
Yo,
game changer, like right
that's gonna
away.
be an immediate pick and roll threat with Cam Thomas, and he could pick and pop.
I think we need somebody else in the backcourt that could take more pressure off of Cam Thomas and get him easier buckets, as opposed to allowing Cam Thomas to play pick and roll. The more ISOs and the more one on ones Cam Thomas get, the better. The quicker buckets that he get, the better. The better he is. You know what I'm saying? And I believe if you have a fast backcourt and you have an up tempo backcourt, but like we already seen the functions of it with him and Struder in the first couple of weeks of the season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So my thing
That's
is
true.
like
That's a temple.
And yo,
so
low key, you seen that with Edmund Sumner. You seen that
yeah,
with
yeah.
DDJ. You seen that with multiple other speedy
Exactly,
guards.
exactly. So this is the reason why Fairs makes the most sense to me, because everything that he's contributed, everything that made Cam Thomas look 10 times better than him being by himself and getting grenades, was when he had another guard alongside of him that could score on the court.
That's a
We
fact.
all seen
Yo,
that. We
man.
seen that for the last. I seen that since I've been coming up in here. I
Yo,
seen
he's
that in the
seven
air. Something.
foot.
These
He's
is
seven
nothing but
foot
facts.
two with a 7'6" wingspan. Man, we need rebounds. As much threes as we shoot, it's gonna be a lot of misses. We need rebounds, man.
Look, at the listen, at the same time, at the same time, I feel like, bro, like if you space the court out
They're
enough,
getting
you can
steals
get
or the
anybody
camera
to get
on that.
rebounds, bro. Like look at it, like look, we got like you can get anybody to get rebounds if you space the court out enough. Miles Turner ain't rebounding the ball all that crazy, man, for Indiana. He
Not
out
when
on the
you
three
got
point
well,
line.
not when you got a 7 foot with a dude with 7'6" wingspan on the other team reaching over you.
Listen. It sound good, but listen, for the trajectory of our team going forward, I think we need to solidify our backcourt first.
Yeah.
And there's no way, no better way to do that than to pair Fears and Cam Thomas up together.
Jay,
We figure
right.
out what to do in the offseason.
I just wanted to add to that to say, Jay, I
What's
don't
up?
think there's much of a gap between the centers that we could get in the
And
later
the
in the
let
first round than Malawak. Like, yeah, Malawak might be better, but remember, Malawak, he's gonna be a top prospect just for the fact that he's coming out of Duke. If
yo,
Yeah,
but
that boy
but
and the
is
look,
coming
fact
out
that
of
I
he's
Duke,
young, not just
Let
that.
Breeze finish, and I got a quick rebuttal.
Go ahead, go
yeah,
ahead.
basically that. And when they come from Duke, they always a top first round pick, bro. So they always gonna have that advantage over a lot of other players going in the draft.
But what I'm saying, go if we get our comment and don't happen to get Fizz, I feel like we could still get Igor later. And I freaking Leaf was saying it earlier in the season. He got off that train, but I still like the kid, and I saw him shooting in the combine too, and it
Yeah.
wasn't that bad. And he's big. Like I would like to make the team bigger, not smaller.
No, no, no,
Pause.
and I listen. I appreciate that concept. However, the thing that separates Fears from all the other prospects that we've been talking about is the fact that Fears, bro, like immediately, bro, is gonna have that impact. He's gonna probably have close to the impact that Dylan is gonna have, no matter where he goes. Like the only person that's closest to Dylan is Fizz, and we want, and every last one of us wanted Dylan. Every last
Yeah.
one of us wanted Dylan at some point in this party. So like that's my thing. Like Fizz is a game changer, bro. Like
Fizz
his
remind me of a little baby Kyrie almost
yeah.
to me.
So I mean, so his game is already is gonna like offensively, him and Cam Thomas is going to be game changers together. And we already know when you pair Cam Thomas up with somebody in the backcourt that could do their own thing, bro, that could go rogue and like they don't need the playbook all the time, and they could up tempo the game, bro, and move the game faster. That's better. That's better for the rest of our team. Now you can have somebody that could get they could get the Claxton the easier buckets, that could get the shooters the easier buckets and stuff. And Yago could do that too. But I think Yago is he probably gonna take some time to fit at the point guard role, because even though he's 6'9", I don't think you're just gonna just throw him at point guard like right off the rip. Me
So
personally, I
Like I said,
would,
I'm
but
not I'm not really arguing with you, bro. Honestly, I was just asking you what you got against Common because me personally, I'm not married to any one of these scenarios. I think all three scenarios could be good for us. And when I say three, I'm adding Queen into this. I think all three scenarios could be good, and we could get other players at the end. But go ahead.
I mean, but listen, I feel you on that. But at now that we solidified, and I know that this number 8 pick is what we gonna get, and I don't trust IGM to try to trade up or trade down or whatever the case is, because he been getting duped in trades like every single time. I know for a fact that Fierce is the guy that I want. If we don't get him, bro, like I know I'm gonna be upset. I had to pivot from out of that top 3 situation because the NBA had different plans, obviously. So now that I'm at number 8, I want Fierce. I'm not backing up off of it. I know he's gonna be the best player to play alongside of Cam Thomas if we go with a youthful roster off the rip.
Man, I don't know, man.
it depends. It depends on how. Like Jay, I get Molly Watson. I know I want Fierce. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it all depends on how they want to build the team, because he ain't the only 7-foot shot blocker in this draft at all. He ain't the only one that can shoot threes. That's a big in
He
this
the
draft,
fastest one.
huh?
He the
He
fastest one.
Yeah, but he's not the most skilled either. You know, he might be the fastest one. He might have the longest wingspan, but he's not the most skilled at all. You know what I mean? He's definitely not. So it all
But
depends on what you
but
want to do.
you could teach skills. You can't teach athleticism. Like if he fast like that and he big like that, you can't just find another one.
And you can't sometimes you can't teach the type of skills like Raynard and
Mm-hmm.
the dude
Mm-hmm.
Hanson Yang. They like the most
Yeah, I
skilled
saw
big.
Yang too. Pause.
Yeah, like
That's
yo,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. Now,
That's
like
crazy.
now they said that Yang is the most skilled big in the draft. He just slow, you know what I mean? He don't got the speed, but as far as passes and all that, like he could do everything else. You know what I mean? So I'm saying like it just depends on what you want for the team. It can go
Mm-hmm.
either way. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You can get somebody later, or you can get what I'm saying. Come on early. It all depends, but you can't find fair speed in this draft at
Uh,
all.
yeah, you
I like
definitely can.
Fizz.
I like
I
it.
like
I
Fizz.
think
So I'm not
Kaman
arguing
Malawak.
against him.
I think Kaman Malawak. You could find players that could do what Kaman Malawak can do, bro. Like late in the draft, bro. Like we talked about Danny Wolf. We talked about Maynard, bro. We talked about Kalkbrenner. Like we talked about all of them. Those is possible.
All
Those
right.
is more realistic possibilities that could be on the team, bro. Fears, there's nobody else like him in this draft, bro. I swear it ain't.
I'm telling you, when y'all see that boy doing some shit next year, don't be saying, "Yo, damn, Jay, you was right, man."
Nah,
I
nah,
mean,
because
No,
listen.
hold on, time out,
I'm
time
not
out, hold on.
shitting.
I think
I'm
both of
not
y'all could
shitting
be
on
right. I
him
think
like
both
as
of
a
them good on
player.
the
I
rookie
just don't
team,
like
bro.
him over here.
No. But hold on. But I think both of y'all could be right. I think both of them gonna make the NBA rookie team. I do. And you know
It's
that all-star break where they got like the rookies versus the sophomores. I
Mm-hmm.
think they're gonna be
mhm.
part of that as well.
Like I think they got USA versus the
I just
world or
been.
something like that. He
And
gonna be on
y'all
that
right.
world
We
team.
could get another 7-footer later, but I've been wanted a 7-footer on this team, and I think that he could run with Jordy's offense And I don't know if he could really shoot like he could shoot was shooting at the combine, but if Jordy will probably let it fly. And if we got Clowney shooting and he's shooting, and I don't know if we keeping Claxton, but he probably would be out at that point. But I don't know, man. We need
I
a
mean,
tough
I
7-footer, man.
like it in theory, bro. Like, but the thing is just like we gonna need a floor setter for that, bro. Like, if
And
you look at
he
the
not
if
soft. He 250, right?
Yeah, he
he
250.
about 250, bro. Yeah, I'm not saying that he's soft. I ain't listen. I saw him play a bit, bro. Like, I mean, I saw the Sudan game, but he not soft. But anybody could play in FIBA. Any big man
Pedigree,
could play in
man.
FIBA.
That's the national team pedigree, man. I'm impressed with it. Hold on, let me just shout out Adar SL because he joined the panel. Thank you, Adar SL, for becoming a YouTube member. I appreciate that, bro. You're a moderator and a YouTube member, so big thanks, big thanks.
Yeah, but
Nah,
oh,
keep
go ahead.
going. Go ahead, guys. I just want to hear Ice take. So honestly,
Okay.
'Cause,
We
yeah, I'll finish up and get the ice, but like my thing with Kamal Malawak is like I don't know if we listen. I don't know if we can pass if we can not if we can afford not to have anybody with Fear's skill set, bro, right away. Because even though I said what I said about the guards and getting them last, but now that we in the number eighth pick, bro, like it's like
How tall
Thomas
is Fizz?
Fizz
Six
about
four.
6'4".
Six
He
four.
about like yeah, him he about Kyrie height, 6'3", 6'4". So I
no,
mean
he's not. He's 6'1". He
he's man, he's
without
6.
without shoes, he's 6 foot.
You
Who
play you
Fizz?
you played you played a game
Go,
of shoot sneakers on, bro. They listed him at 6'4", so I'm listing
He's
him at
6'2"
6'4".
barefoot. He's not six. He's not 6'1" barefoot. He's
You
six
played a
two.
game of
combine,
sneakers on, bro. Like he's 6'4", bro. So
combine. He
Yeah.
measured with a 6 feet. So
See, cause
there you
he's
go.
6 foot.
He got
If
a
he's 6 foot,
6'2". He's 6'2"
we can't get
barefoot,
to
but
high
in shoes
Pettiford
he's six
later.
four.
bro,
Yeah.
what after the draft, bro? By the time the season start, he might be 6'4", bro. Like, come on, bro. These kids are still growing in height. He 18 years old, bro. Like, so I'm like, you got a guard going forward, solidified that is the best at something in this draft. He's the fastest in this draft, like in terms of speed, in terms of hitting the corners, bro. Like with the basketball, in terms of breaking down defenses, bro. Like he is the best in this draft, like a la Dylan. Like so, I mean, there's nothing else to really discuss. Kamal Malawak, bro, is a raw prospect. We don't know what's gonna happen when you dealing with the unknown with a roster like we got. We can't really afford that. We got to go with somebody that's gonna be a game changer right away. We have to, bro.
Mhm.
Like I'm not saying Kamal Malawak is trash. Kamal Malawak probably would go off in a system if he go to a team that's already set up and they need something and they need that talent. But that's not our team. That's not our team, bro. Like we need a game changer right now. And to me, bro, Fizz is the guy. That's all I have to say, man.
Explain.
Go ahead, Ice.
Hold on.
yeah.
Leaf. Why are you thinking we have we have to
You
get a
might
game changer right now?
We had to get a game changer right now because as we all understand as net fans, tanking doesn't work. The NBA has they set plan, bro, in terms of how the draft is gonna go about, bro. I could guarantee you, if Jason Tatum sits out the very next year and the Boston Celtics make the play in, they might give them niggas top three pick. They might give them
They
niggas a top
is.
three pick.
They is gonna give him top B pick.
Exactly.
Claim it. You already know what it is.
Do you know who's top 5 next year?
I don't care.
Exactly.
And they know exactly, bro. I don't
Yeah,
care
it is
because
exactly because you don't
no,
care
it's
about
not.
that. You want to
Why?
get you because the answer is why you think we need a game changer now because you want to get good now. Now I mean, and of course
We
we want to win games,
But
but
to Adolph's point, the top 6 or 7 next year is way better than
yeah,
this
that's what I was
year.
about to say.
yeah
Tell him,
yeah they,
LM.
they are,
Please,
but that don't
LM.
mean
I
that,
want to hear your opinion on that.
That's what I was
but
about
that
to
don't
say.
mean that we got a shot at them, bro. But it gave us 8 this
He
year as
have
the
no
only
Well,
idea
team.
what
hold,
he's talking
leave,
about.
leave 8 next. Listen, 8 next year or 7 next year or whatever. Even if we don't organically tank or whatever the case may be, is much better because next year's
Right.
the 1 through 10 is going to be. You can get your franchise player at 6 next year. That's how deep that draft is going to be.
So
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 if you
so
can
should
get
so hold
somebody
up.
on this team of that caliber, you gotta add more talent to it.
So LM should so with all that being said, with all of the everybody that they got in the front court in terms of wings and shit like that, shouldn't we get our guard now?
I would if you
Ain't
get
that what you was telling me?
if you get
We
Fears.
can
Wait, hold
get
on,
that
Adon.
guard.
If you get Fears now,
Igor Damon can
if
be
you get
had
Fears
at
now, I'm
16.
with trying to get. If you get Fears now, I'm with it. And if you're gonna try to get your wing next year in Boozer or Caleb Wilson or Nathan Mint, I'm with that too.
Okay.
Go get your first. Go
Hold
get
on,
your wing next
hold
year.
on.
I'm with
Ellen,
that.
can I stop you for a second? Listen,
Mhm.
Leaf, how you feel about Igor Damon as of right now?
He the best passer in this draft.
He's 6'9", right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's a good defender, right?
Oh yeah, you're a solid defender. Yeah,
Okay,
solid. Yeah, okay.
he's the best defender at the guard in this draft. He's the best passer in this draft. So what we talking about is the kid who can complement Cam Thomas as of right now. What we talking about, we can
See,
throw
that's a
Cam
good
John.
point.
Hold on. What we talking about? Orlando as of right now talking to Brooklyn Nets, and they talking about we need Cam Johnson on our team, and we
Mhm.
giving them, and we give, and they giving us as like what's his name? As
Jonathan
the
Isaac.
what's his name? Jonathan Isaac, Jonathan Isaac, and Howard for
Mhm.
Cam Johnson and 27th pick. They need that big for the what's his name for the backup role.
Mhm.
So if we can get Igor Damon at 16,
Mhm. So wait.
mm,
The Orlando is giving us the 16th pick.
right? And this conversation is very real. That's what's gonna happen in the draft.
I mean, I don't mind. I mean, that's interesting to hear, but I got to see it happen.
All right. See, the problem with Diego, even though you say you think he compliments Cam right now, he doesn't because he's slow as dirt, right? That's the problem. One, he doesn't blow by anybody. Two, right? He has trouble with, he can get to the paint, but he has problems with small defenders. Two, his shooting is not good either. Fair's shooting off the dribble isn't good either. You know what I mean? So that's a common thing, right? Because he's 6'9" doesn't mean that he compliments Cam. The thing with Ferris is, right, his speed can't nobody hold. Q can't teach that speed, for one. Two, you
Hmm.
can't teach the handles that he have. Niagara doesn't have the same handles at all. Two, right? He gets to the paint at will. Can't nobody guard this man at all. Doesn't matter
Ice,
who's in front of him.
ice.
Can't nobody guard
Problem
him.
is the 7 comes before 8, and New Orleans Pelicans picking up Jeremiah Fears.
You know,
What you gonna do?
no, I know, but New Orleans wants to run two bigs as well. Washington wants to run two bigs as well. It's possible they could. It's possible they
New
could take.
Orleans got 2 bigs.
No,
They
they
got
don't.
No,
Zion.
New Orleans got Messi and I don't know how they feel about Zion right now, bro. Like I don't know,
Do
like the
you
way that
know
they.
Zion has to
New
come up
Orleans
with
got Joe
something.
Dumars as of right now,
Hold on,
and
I can
he
tell.
They
likes
do got Joe Dumars. Yeah, they do.
Hold on, because I can tell you, I've been
and
on.
he wants Jeremiah Fears.
No,
He
no, no.
picking Jeremiah
I don't
Fears.
know. Joe
Hold on. He
Dumars the
does.
same dude that picked Darko Milicic over
Hold on.
Melo,
I
bro.
can tell
So
you.
I mean,
I talked to fans from the Pelicans. They want Queen first. If they can't get Queen, then they would pick Jeremiah. But Queen is the guy they want at the power forward position for sure.
Quinn is going to Washington.
Washington
That's
wants
what I think too.
Maluach. Washington wants Maluach
Uh,
Queen. But they want Maluach
y-
first so they can put Sar at the 4 position. So it can go either way. You know what I mean? It can go either way for them.
yeah, they want Malwak and Quinn.
Yeah,
Either or. Either or.
Washington. Yeah, and I know for sure Pelicans want Queen or Fears. I'm not. He said something about Molly Watch, but that might be like, you know what I'm saying. It depends on what happens, but
But the
I
problem
just,
is, with Joe Take Ice is that New Orleans Pelicans got 7, and we got 8,
You
and
know,
they want Jeremiah Pierce.
they want him as a second guy. They want Queen first. Washington wants Maluach first. You know what I mean? Queen second. So it might not go like that, but that's who they're aiming for. I know that for a fact because I've been doing a live on TikTok and I have one of them fans pull up and talk about their team and what they heard, and that's what New Orleans wants Queen as a power forward because Misi plays
Okay.
just like Misi plays
But
like
that's the thing, right? Because the fans, we know what's good for the team. Is their front office going to make the right decision
right,
on
right.
draft?
But that's what the front office wants, not what the player, not what the fan wants. That's what the office wants. And same for Washington. Washington office wants the same, a big. They want to run 2
I
bigs.
ain't gonna lie. I think the Pelicans will do good with Con Knuckle too. I think he fits their team. Uh,
Jazz has been talking to them,
Yeah, I
talking
think
about
the
Con.
Jazz is gonna snatch him up.
Jazz
Jazz can get
has
him
been
too.
talking
The
Trey,
Jazz is
Con,
trying to
and
pick
VJ.
Concanepo at 5.
They want Trey, VJ, or Con at 5.
If they
I
get
mean,
Con Knuckle,
Trey
they might
Johnson is
be quarter
Trey
us.
Johnson is the best shooter in this draft. So I mean, if he fall to the Pelicans, now you got somebody that you could pair up with Zion and put next to Trey
But
Murphy and Herb.
if Utah's going after Khan, who's 6? Washington. They say they go. Kamal Malawak might go to Washington,
Yeah,
and Queen might go to New Orleans. So
yeah.
there's a chance you might have Fears and Trey Johnson on the board if they choose Knuckle.
Facts. But I don't know how it's going to play out. That's what I've been hearing
I
so
got
far.
I got
So
the
y'all
strong.
picking Fears
They're
over Trey
going up
Johnson?
Washington, and
I'm
it's
definitely
probably
I'm picking Fizz over at 8.
But
I'm
then
picking
again,
Fizz over
to
anybody
me,
that's
it's not an
left.
easier decision. It's not an
That's a
easy decision.
very easy decision,
Trey
bro. If
Johnson
Fizz is left on the board, that's my pick.
Got more size than Fears, but he's also a good shooter, and he has a high wingspan. So
Come
I
on, bro.
mean, it's
If we picking Trey Johnson, bro, we basically telling Cam Thomas, bro, you on the clock.
That's what I heard. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to play out that way, but that's what the teams want to get double bigs. They want to run double big lineups. Even Chicago, I forget who else is Atlanta. I believe all them teams want to run double bigs. They trying to get bigs in the draft. They
I
want.
don't know what Atlanta's gonna do about Trey Young.
They're gonna take who's available, but at the end of the day, they trying to get a big. That's the goal for the teams to get bigs, double big lineup.
4, 5, and 6 is gonna be interesting because I think 4, 5, and 6 is gonna determine who we take.
I mean, I'm cool with it, bro. Like, I mean, listen, the rest of our roster, we need to figure out how to get high motor players, bro. Like at the 1, the 2, and the 3 off the bench. But Fizz seems like the correct move to me. Just in terms of like we need to first off, if we're gonna be a bottom team or a middle of the pack team, we need to at least speed this damn offense up, bro. Like this shit is getting on my nerves. Like it's time to start moving the ball up the court. Let's at least look like we could put some points on the board.
But to Lee, I think they going I think to Lee's point, if next year, if during the off season we get rid of Cam Johnson, we get rid of Claxton, and Cam Thomas is the oldest person on the team, I think they're going to try to tank again. It is no because you can't win with young guys like it is with especially with our young core. I don't think
when I spoke when I spoke to Kevin O'Connor, right, for the Yahoo, and I had to pay him up to speak up to him. So what he said is the fact that uh that Brooklyn Nets, as of right now, most likely will end up with player like Noah Asenge 8-8 because he's Sean Marksy type or Carter Bryant. Like Sean Marks wants to draft them, even if Haman Maluak is on the board.
Asenge or Carter Bryant?
Yeah,
right.
that's what he said. And
I
I think
mean,
at 8.
somebody told me
I
that
mean,
today
it,
too.
I'm not mad at Carter running
to
that.
me it makes sense because it's a lot of people in that front office. They don't want to get anybody that reminds them anything of Kyrie or Katie.
Yeah,
Nah,
apparently.
Noah Senge has been like his name. Somebody told me that too today about Noah Senge. He's up. They moved him from like 11 to 8 and said that we might be the ones to get him. But he is like a wild card in the draft. You know what I mean? He is one of the players that's like he already played against NBA teams, and he was a year younger. I think he was 17 and still. They say he had like 20 points against Portland at the size he is now. He gained a little bit of weight, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I've been saying, he could with his weight, he could turn into like a Giannis type player. I'm not saying he's gonna be Giannis, but he could be a wild card as getting him as a jumbo wing, is what you call him.
I
I
mean,
mean,
bro.
you never know. I mean, Giannis was 6'9" when he entered the league, so
Now the nigga like damn near 7 foot. Well,
right.
I don't know.
You never
So
know.
I mean, listen, I understand it, bro. Listen. I understand how the organization may think in terms of. It seemed like they thinking more image with the going forward, bro. Like in terms of what we need to win, bro. Like I'm not cool with that at all, bro. Like because
Nah,
I
leave.
I, I
They
understand.
shooting for the high ceiling. If you don't understand, like Noah Senge got one of the highest ceiling. He can easily end up being best player, or what's his name, Carter Bryant can be like. We seen Kawhi Leonard being drafted at 15, and he ended up being best player. So they banking on that at that point. But at the same time, what's his name? What's his name? Told me the same thing about. Listen, the Nets. Kevin told me the same thing. Is like if you thinking that Nets gonna stop right there, they not. They really high on Igor Damon as well. They want Igor because he's what's his name, defensive and playmaking upside.
So
So
we want to get in. So they want to get international players, basically.
Yes, yes, because
This is a shit.
they
Yeah,
already looked
we
at
got
they look,
let me plug my
we
phone
got
in, man. This is a shit
international
show.
coach.
This is
Who's
a shit
Jordan?
show. This is a shit show, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, we
because
got yeah.
they looked at Ruko, they looked at Raynard, they looked at Hanson Yang, they looked at all the international guys.
So we definitely basically Kaminga is definitely getting money from us.
I don't know, possible, maybe, I don't know.
Sound about
I
right.
know in the
They ain't
draft they
serious.
looked
They
at
ain't serious
international
about Cam Thomas, bro. They trying to make an international team over here.
guys.
They not, bro. They not serious about
But
Cam
but
Thomas.
at, but at the same time, we tanking next year, so we looking for the franchise guy is like
they
Darren
want
Peters. Darren Peterson next year, like for me, Darren Peterson. If you seen what Darren Peterson doing to other kids, like we've seen what's his name, Cooper did to AJ DeBanza. We've seen Ewan versus Cooper. We've seen what's his name, Ace versus other kids. Them kids playing every time, but if you play in the high school, that's one thing. But if you play versus your peers, is another thing. And you play college is another thing. You have to evaluate. Like I really suck evaluating players at the college because Dylan Harper was looking like LeBron versus college kids. I can't.
It's a
I
great point in
can't.
the
I
chat.
can't.
You see that?
I can't tell like how Dylan Harper will end up versus what's his name versus his college peers.
The last 7 NBA MVP.
Yeah, or from outside the country.
Yo, I really feel like if we enter next year's draft like with
So it's gonna be more
bottom
MVPs from
4
outside the
odds,
country, bro.
I really think we would get
Eventually
a
that
high
shit gonna
pick.
get that international MVP shit gonna get locked up, bro. Like, listen, no disrespect to SGA, no disrespect to Joker, but
Giannis,
Giannis
Shea. Oh, you know
or
you said
Joel.
Shea,
Yeah, yeah,
Shea,
I said
Joker,
Shay. Yeah,
I
Giannis,
think they
yeah,
want.
Joel.
or Joel. I
I
think
think they want
Luca has yet
American.
to win one yet,
Luke,
but
Luke ain't
but
win one.
Luke ain't win
Oh
one
yeah,
yet,
nah,
bro.
nah,
But
nah.
yeah, but listen, with all due respect to all of them niggas, bro, like I think this international shit, it's just a time, bro. Like it's just a wave. Eventually, the shit is gonna come to an end, bro, and we all know it, bro. Like, listen, but
Especially with the new American players
So
that's
with the new
coming
so
out.
when
American players that's coming out, bro, it's gonna come to an end.
Yeah, but
So hold on. When Banyana is up right now. Wemby is like, what are we doing over here?
yeah, they
I
want.
True.
think Wimby. I
If you
think
don't
Wimby
know,
gonna be one of the players that's nice in the league. But with AJ the Monster, Cameron Booz, and these niggas coming in, I think that shit's gonna be up for grabs, bro. It ain't
It
gonna
is
be
gonna
that
be up
easy.
for
It
grabs,
ain't gonna
bro.
be that easy for
We
international
still
players
got
to get in.
Ant Man in the league, bro. We
Right.
still
Still got
got
Ant. We got Cade Cunningham.
we
We still
still
got
got
Paulo.
we
Like we
still
got
got
mad
Tatum, we
niggas in
still
space.
got Paulo, we still got Kate Cunningham, bro. Like, listen, it right now it's a pecking order, bro. Like right now that the international players are in their prime right now. SGA is 26. He's from Canada. Giannis is still 30, 13, and 7. He's from Greece. Joker is from Serbia, bro. Like he's still triple double. But yeah, Luca is still putting up numbers. Joel is probably I don't know. Joel probably gonna be out the league in another year for all we know, bro. Like, listen, it is what it is. But all I'm saying is, bro, it's just a time. It's just a time. It's just
no,
a
no.
certain. It's just a time for international play. I'm not buying. Let's just draft international players because international players is winning MVPs.
Well, I knew they wanted.
You got
They
to create your own wave. You got to create your
No,
own wave, and you got
they just saying don't scoff at the players just because they international. Because at the same time, the last 7 MVPs been international.
Yeah,
That's all.
and they've been. If you don't know about Kareem Lopez, they've been scouting Kareem Lopez in 26 draft. He's ranked number 6, I think he is. They've been scouting him since
Yeah,
last year or
he's
2 years.
another top lottery pick next year.
Yeah, they've
Another.
been scouting him for a while. So I think the Nets actually want that dude. He a wing and he's nice. Kareem Lopez is nice. So they've been
He
scouting him
might be a
too.
guy you can get at 7 next
What
year. Who
about that
knows?
other dude that Marks went to go see in Australia, the Rocco dude?
Oh, Rugo, he in the second round. He in the second round, late in the second round because he ain't been playing that well, and he's still young. I think he's like 19. You know what I'm saying? And he's 7 foot, but he only weighs like 223 pounds or something like that. You know what I mean?
That's a long ass flight to go see a second rounder.
Yeah, like that's what he is, man. He ain't quite there yet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think next year, even though it's a hot take, because I know we got the 8th pick next year, but I think next year Brooklyn is gonna get a higher pick. I think next year they're probably gonna. I don't know about top 3, but I
I don't.
definitely think niggas might be
I
four or
think we barely
or
getting top
5.
10 next year. There's
Just
no
like
way.
this year.
There's no way we could tank 2 years in a row, and then the league is gonna reward us, bro. You seen what they did to the Utah Jazz? These niggas just now got a top 5 pick. They've been
Nah,
tanking for the. Come on,
we,
bro.
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. But next year,
I'm
next
not
year is a
buying
good
this,
spot to be in now.
but I don't think we need to lean on the draft just because of the play. Like the NBA
Leave. That
clearly
this
doesn't give
is
a shit.
no, leave.
They want who
This
they
is
want in
the
the top 3 and the
importance.
top
This is the
5.
importance why you have to end up with the bottom record. Like
No,
no matter what the league gonna do, you're gonna end up in top 5. Next year,
that's
top
not
5.
true.
If we're gonna end
Yo, this
up in
nigga
top
Breeze
5,
left.
Yeah, I think
if
he
we're
did.
gonna end up,
Adar's right
if we
though.
go, if we're gonna end up next year in top 5, I'll gladly take any of them. I swear to God.
We're not
It's
ending
like
up in top 5, bro. You seen what happened? You seen what happened to the teams that bottomed
Yo,
out, bro? Like
leave.
Charlotte listen, look, listen to me, bro.
Charlotte got
Like
4.
Charlotte
That's
got
a good place
4,
to
bro.
be.
Like, but
no,
I'm
Lee,
but
but
if you
Lee,
saying but hold on, but if you telling me that this draft is better than this draft, the draft next year is better than this, you think they really gonna give Charlotte another top 5 pick, bro?
I'm just saying,
No.
next year, your top 10, you probably solidify if you get top 10 next year. Like
Then
with
Might
then
any
they
one of
probably
those
gonna
dudes
put us
get top
at then they probably gonna fuck around and put us at 11.
10.
I think you put at 11 if you try to reach a plane next
Bro.
year,
Like,
bro.
listen, fool me once, shame on me, bro. Like, listen, you ain't getting the chance to fool me
Bro,
twice.
I think it was Ice and Pathon or Dylan that came up here and was like, "Yo, the 6th best odds has never landed any team, including them tangerines,
Dylan.
top 3. It has never happened, bro. It's never happened in the hit since 2019. It has never been a
Why are
team
we
that had
talking
the
about the
six best
odds? We
odds
need to be talking
that
about getting the
went to
team
the
better
top
this
three.
off season, bro.
There's
Like
not. A,
why
I
why
don't think
why
it's
are we
about just
why
getting
are we
better this
tanking it
off
in before the
season.
season start? We tanking it in before the draft get here.
They said it.
Why?
They said it in. They're saying it in their freaking in the scout thing. They're looking at the for the next 2 years. They're looking at talent,
Right.
bro.
We
They're not
traded for two
trying to
draft picks.
exactly. They're not trying to. They're using the. They're trying to use their draft
So
pick
so
as
after
much
this
as
so after
possible.
next so after this time next after next year's draft we should be finally competing, right? Because in 2027 we don't have shit.
Well, they should be making moves to try to get into that role of
Not
competing.
not really, Leaf. Not really, because
What do you mean
there's
not really?
there's a report that KG to Houston have some legs. So and KG already been in Houston today. So
But what that got to do with us though? Like what
because we got Houston's 2027 pick.
Not worry about 27. Not worry about 27.
2027,
Because
Yeah,
bro.
we're not
Like
worrying
Houston,
about 27 for
I
real,
mean,
bro.
because Phoenix, we got Phoenix picked in 2027, and
That
Phoenix
Philly pick
won
might be
that pick.
valuable in 2027.
look, that's all fine and good, bro. Like let Philly listen. They've been giving Philly top five picks forever, any damn way, bro. They gave him another top three pick this year.
My thing
Like
is, we need to accumulate all the
like
talent we can get,
even
bro.
even when we did get it, like listen, I don't like to go back in history, but historically, we never really did anything in the draft for real. But that was relevant. Like Derek Coleman
Oh,
and Kenyon Martin, bro, compared. Like, come
you're right.
on.
You're absolutely right. But the whole thing about it, we built the team before we got Jason Kidd, right? So we got to. You see, Indiana, they built a team before they got Tyrese Halliburton.
Right, and
What
they
can
did it, and they
Even
did it,
even
and
if you
they
want to
did it,
use
and they
the
did it, and when was the last time Indiana was in the top five of the draft? I guarantee you, nobody
and
don't
look,
remember, bro.
even if you want to use Detroit as an example, they tanked for years. They never got a top five pick, but we see now
They got
I
Cade,
mean they top three pick. Yeah, they got Cade, right?
they got
But
Ivy,
the
they got
next right,
Asar
and where would
Thompson.
they pick that? And where would they pick that?
Ivy was
They was
five.
Asar
Ivy
Thompson.
was
Four,
five.
five, but
All,
five, right?
Asar
Five, right?
Thompson was picked at four.
outside of King,
Four, right?
every one of them was five.
Exactly. So look, right? Those players, yeah, you can say in the hindsight, yo, them niggas ain't get Victor Wembanyama. Cool. But the fact of the matter is those top five players are all high impact young core players that is going to impact their team for years to come. They wasn't getting Ivy at 8. They wasn't getting a Saw Thompson at 8. They wasn't getting freaking Jaden their players at 8. They still had to be in the top five to even get a chance to get the niggas that's impacting their team now. Asor Thompson is going to be one of them ones in the next few years. So realistically, yeah, even if you're not in the top three, you still want to make your ceiling higher. Okay, they
Right,
screw us out of the
right,
top three, but you still get 4 or 5. If
And
you can get
next
right,
an
year
right.
Asor
draft,
Thompson at
Okay.
and
4,
next year
bet
draft
you can
got
still work
top
with
six
that.
heavy. Like
Okay,
this
okay,
year
okay.
draft top two heavy. Next year is top six
I
heavy.
know them niggas never.
So,
Of course, they would
like,
choose to prefer a Wimby. Of course, they
listen,
would. But they're
if
not
you weren't
complaining that
if
they
you
got to
weren't
score time
about
in the team.
hold up, I gotta say this because if you weren't about getting a top pick, you only filling up half the glass of water, bro. Like if you weren't about building a team and building a unit, bro, then you on the right page. The Indiana Pacers, who y'all just talked about, don't have no top five picks on their roster, none. And it's the second year in a row in the conference finals, bro. That's not a coincidence.
Right? No,
It's
but
LL
leave
made
their
that point
play.
early.
Most of the players in on Indiana was taken in the lottery. That's what I'm saying. It does. It's not about the top three. It's not about Tyrese Halliburton was 11.
So
Like
all right,
we
so
got to
hold on,
think
hold
of
on.
if
But no,
long as your
no,
pick is
LM,
in the lottery,
LM,
you
and
still got a
name
chance of landing on somebody.
right. No, but how many? Let's name how many. I'll pull up the roster.
Halliburton was what 11. Miles
Just
Turner was
one.
what 4. He was 11 in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Siakam was 27. Nemhard, I think, was around the lottery range, 13.
Notice that.
Obi
Notice.
Toppin
Hold
was
up. Before
9.
you
I mean 8.
continue. Before you continue. Notice that most of those players Indiana traded for. They only draft picks was
Right,
Miles
right,
Turner and Ben Matherin. And Ben Matherin
right.
might
And
have been
Matherin was
six,
6.
6 or 7
Right.
or something like that. So
Exactly,
you
right?
talking,
Outside the top
oh,
3.
yeah. So but you talking about two niggas that they drafted and everybody else they traded for or got free agents for, bro. I don't see nothing wrong with what they did. They made it work, bro. You got to somehow make it
Right, but
work.
that's not
We
every
gotta
team's
have.
blueprint, though.
Hold on a second. You gotta have competent people in the front office that's gonna make it work systematically on the court. These niggas is trying to build images, bro. They out here looking at foreign players, bro. I ain't hear nothing about like since we got the number 8 pick. I didn't hear nothing about the front office or scouts looking at fears or any of the
What's wrong
American
with
No, I
players.
foreign
do.
But
I do.
players?
but
No,
hold
that's
on,
not
hold on,
true. That's
Adrian.
not
But
true,
look at
bro.
the
That's
but
not
look, but
true.
every team is different, right?
No,
Indiana
hold
did
on, but
it
that's
that
hold
They
on,
way,
trying to
right?
build image, bro. They
LM.
not trying to
No,
win games.
But
no,
Indiana
LM.
did
That's
it
not.
that
Hold
way,
on, hold on,
right?
hold on,
But
hold on, hold on. Leave.
Orlando whole
That's
team
not
is
true,
draft
bro.
picks.
That hold on, that's not true. The Feds spoke to Jordy Fernandez. They had a he when Jordy Fernandez went to Chicago.
Did he
They
speak to
did,
the GM?
bro. No, he spoke to Jordy Fernandez is the one representing the team when he went to Chicago, bro.
Oh,
He Feds spoke with Jordy Fernandez, and there
Back.
was a quote. It's quoted saying that Feds said that Jordy basically was like, "Yo, you will fit in our system." And you know Jordy Fernandez always talking about systems. So I know that was Jordy Fernandez talking to Fizz. So yes, they have a rapport with Jeremiah Fizz, bro. That's some real shit.
Yeah,
That's
right.
happening.
I don't know if the
That's
front I don't know if the front office and Jordy Fernandez.
stop it, man.
I don't know if the front office and Jordy Fernandez is on the same page because on
Nah,
one
Lockman
side,
came to troll tonight. I ain't
because
gonna lie.
and nah, I'm not dealing with that shit right there. No, listen. For one, all I
Y'all
know
niggas
is,
need to,
bro,
need to get a win. That's what y'all need to
on one
do.
side, you telling me our coach just so happened to be in Chicago representing us after draft lottery, bro, where we got 8 and ran into Jeremiah Fierce and was like, yeah, you fit
No,
good on my team.
no, no,
And
no.
then
Hold on.
on another hold on, and then on another note, we got our GM taking flights to go see second round picks. This shit is ass
Yeah,
backwards, bro. Like
nah, nah. You
something
see,
is
I
not
think
stirring the Kool-Aid out
nah,
here.
you're looking at it wrong because most of
Yeah.
the people that we look at, all the teams are looking at the same players. Like Raynard, all the teams looking at Raynard, all the teams looking at Asenge. We interviewed
Right.
4 players for the team. It was Jeremiah,
Right.
Conker Carter Bryant, and I can't remember the last one, but I know those 3 that they interviewed from the combine. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was 4. It was only 4 players that they interviewed at that time at the combine.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not like they not showing interest in the players that the fans are talking about. I mean, Fizz is the number one. I think the fourth player was Malawa, Ice. I think it
All
was
right.
him. But the
No, it
people,
was Cedric Coward, and but the whole thing about it, those kids like supposed to go in the second round, but a lot of stuff saying that they go in the first round, like Ryan Colbrenner supposed to be go in the second round, but he got pushed because there's certain teams like Golden State they want to trade with us to get like play Maxime Reynaud or Ryan Colbrand because they need that Brook Lopez type guy. So and then you got Danny Wolf, you got Cedric Coward. Cedric Coward shot 40% from the what's his name? From the
3.
free throw, from 3, and his measurements is like what's his name from the New Orleans Pelicans? Jones kid. What's
Um,
his first name? What's
um,
his name? And he's amazing defender. So the kids
Herndon.
like that, yeah, the kids like that might jump in. They in the second round right now. It's on the mock draft. But the whole thing about it is we've seen last year. Like
yeah, they said
Luis,
Cal.
your boy Zach Eady was supposed to go. You said you was the highest what's his name? His spokesperson. You said he will go in mid 20s, and he jumped in top 10. Same thing happening with Cedric Bryant. Same thing happening to these kids. And players like Ben Sarav, Ryan, Konka Nipple, and everybody else, they dropping back. Like I mean, this is why we got Noah Esenge and what's his name, Carter Bryant in the first round. I mean, in top eight. So it's complicated right now. I'm dumbfounded. So I'm over here.
Now, Cedric Coward, they said Cedric Coward might end up in the lottery because, like you said,
And
all his measurements and what he shot at the
and
combine was
and
unreal.
in the mock draft, if you look at him, he's in the second round.
Yeah,
This is
yeah. Kalkbrenner, like you said, Raynard, somebody already promised Raynard to pick him up in the 20s. Kalkbrenner is now in like the bottom of the first round. So all the centers that was basically in the second round, they in the first round, they're seniors. Cedric is a senior too. He's ending up, they say he might go in the lottery, but he might end up like
yes.
right in
Guess what? I heard from Kevin that what's his name, Drake Powell going into a lot in a lottery.
Oh,
Figure that shit.
somebody made him a promise too. Somebody made
Yeah,
Drake a promise.
exactly. Somebody told Drake Powell he will be in the lottery. That's why he didn't go to college.
In other words, I heard Dame Sarr just signed with Duke. That team's gonna be loaded again next year, bro.
Yes, it is crazy.
Jesus Lord.
What's the name went back too? Isaiah Evans went back.
Isaiah Evans, yep. That team gonna be Cooper had came back. That thing would have been lost in the rotation. I ain't gonna hold you. It would have been nasty work.
Crazy. Yeah,
So
they
they
ain't
gonna
even.
have Caden, the Boozer twins, Dame Star, Isaiah Evans. College basketball is gonna be fun as hell to watch next year. I ain't gonna. It's gonna be a movie.
Yo, all I know is the fact
Yo,
that
I'm about to
next
be
year
out, y'all. I'm be in the chat.
it's gonna be top six heavy, and
Might be
most
more than
teams.
that.
I'm not sure, but from Kevin, the dude said it's gonna be top six heavy, and y'all better be in top five. So I was
Who
like,
the
it
Nets?
can't. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Kareem
said
Hunt.
like y'all getting Boozer. I was like, are you sure? I'm like, "Yeah, okay,
I mean,
whatever.
I would like it, but I don't see the thing with me is if I feel like, and some people may disagree because I heard Priest disagreeing and stuff. I really do feel like if we had the fifth best odds, we would have been picking three right now.
Yo,
Yeah,
Like I
Ellen,
don't, I do think
you
we would
talking
have been
about
the three.
6'9", without shoes guy, Cam Boozer, who
Hmm.
can drop 40 any given night. If you're gonna tell me that this is my complimentary piece, if I'm not getting Darren Peterson, god damn,
That's a very
give
good
me that.
complimentary piece.
That
If you
give
miss
me
out on
that.
Tabasca and Peterson, if you got Cam Boozer, nigga, I ain't complaining. You possibly
I'm
got a
not.
better Paulo in terms of defense and playmaking, bro. Like I'm good off good. Yeah, bring him over here. Like I definitely wouldn't mind nothing like that.
Yo, hold on. I want to see what y'all think about this. I'm gonna close out soon. This is 3 hours.
He said Cam
Part
Reddish with
one,
a
part
heart.
two. Look at
nah,
y'all see this shit. Ice posted this. Ice. Let's get Ice take on it.
yeah,
But
no, I ain't like that at all. I thought that shit was funny as hell, bro. Like
This shit
the
is mad
comparison
funny.
is crazy.
Nigga
right.
said Cam Reddish with a heart.
Yeah, like yo, like nah, it was yo. I posted it because it was wild crazy. Like how did you even get that? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yo, they said Fields is Trey Man.
Yeah, like
Nah.
yo,
They said VJ Edgecombe 6'5" Andrew Wiggins. That's crazy.
yo,
Dylan Harper is
Who
a
the
kid is an
who the hell
absolute.
is Manu Podzemski?
He called him Franz Tatum.
I think he was trying to say Manuel
Domination.
Ginobili and Pajinski pod.
Nigga said Danny Wolf is a 6'11" Cal Anderson.
Yeah,
Nah, this shit is mad funny, yo.
yo,
Kamal Malawak, double XL, Clint Capella,
yo,
Constantinople, Wizards, Paul
Yeah, Jay
Pierce.
just
Nah,
left too, man.
Nah, because first thing I looked at Con Knipple and I was like, hold on, let me see because we can land on him. And he said Paul Pierce. I was like, nah, stop that.
hey,
nah,
They
hey,
he
called
did.
they called Derek Queen the
Knuckle is
Old
not
Bay
Paul
Alperen
Pierce, man.
Sagoon. That's wild.
Paul
Yeah,
Pierce,
like
You comparing Conker Nipple to Paul Pierce? That's not no.
Look at Will Riley's.
They said
Like
Wiz
Will
is
Will
Riley.
Riley,
bald-headed.
Joe Johnson, Mike.
They
Nah,
said
no
Wiz is
offender
Paul
being
Pierce,
a
not
Dollar Tree
Boston
Jabari
bald
Parker
Pierce.
is hilarious, yo.
Nah, this shit was wild funny. This shit had me laughing when I
Trey
looked.
Johnson, 6'6" Jamal Crawford.
Bro, they said Dollar Tree Jabari, no appended Dollar Tree Jabari Parker.
Yeah, like yo,
Colin
crazy.
Murray Boyle, 73% of Julius Randle. Nah, I go you. This is mad funny, yo. Nah, Ace Bailey being Cam Reddish for Hart was killing me, son.
Fact.
That shit is crazy.
I was reading now. I'm like, yo, I gotta repost this because whoever made this was wild crazy.
The
They
funny thing
said Will
is,
Riley,
in
Joe
the
Johnson, like
I remember back then in that Zion draft. The funny thing is, I remember people saying like Cam Reddish was the most NBA ready out of the three, which I think it was Zion and RJ Barrett at the time. And those people, I don't know who they were, but I know they look mad stupid for that take.
Yeah,
Because
like
you could argue Zion and RJ got way better careers right now than Cam Reddish. So
Listen, real GM got kicked me out like for the fact that I
how
said
is Spears Trey Man though?
for the fact that I said Brandon Ingram never gonna live up to the KD potential, and they kicked
Yeah,
me
he
out.
was going for KD 2.0
yo,
daily.
hold
I
on, but
remember
what's
that. Mhm.
what's PG? I know what PG is, but what's CG?
I don't know.
I don't know what CG is. I ain't gonna lie. It might be a typo or something.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, this is. I
Jace
just wanted to show
Richardson,
you this last
6'2",
thing,
Derek
man. This
White,
is hilarious. Like, oh, Digger J in the comments. He said, "Oh,
Old
man."
Mason.
Nah,
Oh,
the
he
the
came back.
fact
He came back.
I
Yeah,
think
what up,
Proctor
Jay?
is the Derek
Nah, I
White in the
came
draft
back.
for
This shit was mad funny. Nigga said Dollar Tree. Oh Lord, oh Joe Johnson like killed me for real.
Jace Richardson to Derek White is no. Jace Richardson is 6 foot, and Derek White is 6'4". Jace Richardson is blazing like he's Cam Thomas 6 feet. But the
Yeah,
whole thing about to to Derek White, like
Yo, Wizards
this is
Paul
nothing.
Pierce.
I think Proctor is the Derek White
yeah,
of the
like
draft
yo,
for real.
the Wizards Paul Pierce is crazy, yo.
Wizards Paul Pierce is nasty work. Conker never don't even play like Paul Pierce. What the heck?
It
Yeah,
That's
said,
what
no,
I
he said
said.
Wizards. He said, you know, Paul Pierce is on the Wizards when he was like done, like when he was finished.
Yeah, like
Right, that
when he
was
was out
after
of here.
Brooklyn.
it
Yeah,
said
like he was on his way out the league. Like, yo,
this
That's
list
Yo,
is
nasty.
mad
but
funny.
Danny
hold on, yeah.
Wolf,
I just want to do this
Yo,
quick
Kyle
but
part.
Anderson
Breeze,
is crazy
Nah,
take
Breeze,
super
too.
flag
No,
them
no.
CG
Franz
is
Tatum
combo
today.
guard.
Oh, combo guard, my fault. Of
They
course, of
said
course.
flag is Franz Tatum. I'm
Yo,
crying.
Yo,
73% of
hold on, yeah.
Julius Randle.
Hold on. I gotta get ready for the morning,
Wait,
y'all. It's
did
3
y'all
in the
see
morning.
that one? They
Which
said
one?
Which one?
Colin Boyles is 73% of Julius Randle.
Julius Randle.
Yeah, that was the funny.
like,
It was
wow.
either that one or the Dollar Tree Jabari
Nah,
Parker. That shit is
old
hilarious.
Nah,
old
Ace
Obey
Bailey is the
Sengun.
one that had me crying, bro. That's Cam Reddish for heart is nasty work.
Obey
Yo,
Sengun is hilarious.
I gotta close out, chat. But yo, I'm gonna be back with more kind of soon, real soon. Y'all know that. Nets
Already.
fans is the best fans. Peace, y'all.
Safety,
He's
y'all.
out, yo.